Hello? Hello? Anyone there? Anyone at all? Oh. I know that voice. Just how long has it been? It's me! Siegward of Katerina! I'm loath to admit it, but I've been had. Someone's swiped my armor. Did you happen to see it anywhere? Oh, yes. I see. Not to worry. Great planning begets great fortune. An old tenant of the Knights of Katerina. And I am a master planner, I do say. Ha 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 ha.
discovering Irithyll in the Boreal Valley all in a day's work. If the tales are true, it is home to old moon-worshipping nobles and should be packed with treasure. What do you think? Shall I go and see what I can find? A fine choice. I am Grey Rat the Thief. What I bring back will be worthy of that name.
Hello everyone, this is Aegon of Astora, and welcome back to my blind playthrough of Dark Souls 3. This is episode number 18, being recorded on Thursday the 21st of April. I hope you're all having a fantastic day today, whenever it is you find yourself watching this. So yeah, as you will have just seen in the intro, my fears were well founded in sending Grey Rat to loot Irithyll. I searched all over Irithyll, so you will have just seen, a montage of a bunch of exploration I did off camera. When I was simply much too tired and incoherent to be able to do live commentary, and so I just spent some time exploring some areas. I believe we got all of the items in the swamp near Farron Keep. So we'll get to the item descriptions in a moment, but first let's look at Grey Rat's ashes. Umbral ash of Grey Rat of the Undead Settlement. With this, the Shrine Handmaid will prepare new items. Grey Rat was a thief who fancied himself a martyr for the poor, which is what drove him to climb the wall. So as we learned much earlier, the thieves climbed the wall from the Undead Settlement to the High Wall of Lothric. And just as I theorized in episode 11, it would seem that it could have simply been coincidental, but it would seem as though the whole setup for Grey Rat was, whether intentional or otherwise, was a subversion of our expectations. For Grey Rat doesn't seem to have been that kind of guy. And yeah, the whole mention I find really interesting about him fancying himself as a martyr for the poor, so he took on sort of a Robin Hood type role. And I think that this is the first time, I know in Bloodborne Let's Talk Lore I talked about the bigoted old man as being, an example of false consciousness, which I related back to, Marxist class theories. But this is, I think, the first time that the issue of class has been so explicitly built into the storyline of a Souls game. So I think that is really cool. That, we look at the thieves and we see just petty thieves, and when we find them in that jail cell, those who played a lot of Dark Souls 1 immediately will have thought of Lothric, and then thereby kind of dismissing Grey Rat as a potential killer, which I want to make clear that it's still, I guess, possible that he would have killed our sorcerer friend around here, or around the corner here. Although I think not likely at this point. Might as well drop Prism Stone for him too. I still really am dying to know what happened to him. But whatever the case, Grey Rat is gone. He fell victim to a whole bunch of those skeleton spiders. And we have his ashes now. And we have actually lots of Umbral Ash that we've collected while exploring. So we got the Dream Chaser's ashes, which I think may have been near the Wolfblood Covenant. Umbral Ash of one who dreamt of joining the Undead Legion. With this, the Shrine Handmaid will prepare new items. In the end, the Dream Chasers who wandered aimlessly in the rotted forest found a sense of fulfillment. And we also got the excrement-covered ashes nearby where we found Grey Rat's ashes in Irithyll. Unclean umbral ash coated with excrement. Perhaps it's possible the handmaid of Firelink shrine could turn this into a few new things. Oh to savor the sweet pungency, but once more.
Ah, well met, Ashen One. How may I be of service? Ashen One, what woeful umbral ash is this? This barren dust, stuff of a fool, won't yield aught. Where didst thou happen upon the stuff? Tell me for the sport.
That is weird. I was not expecting that. So again, going back to episode 11, the whole idea of loss aversion, I'm tempted to say nothing, because I'm concerned that maybe she'll run off or something. But, yeah, let's do it. We named our build Regret for a reason, right? So.
Oh yes, I see. Clinging to lofty dreams in this dying world, more's the pity. It must come from one most foolish indeed. Wouldst thou not agree?
Okay, she said nothing good would come of it, but I don't think we had Hidden Blessing before. And if I recall correctly, that's on the list of the Crow's trading items, so we're going to buy that. What else did it give us? Perhaps that was it. Holy water blessed by the Queen of Lothric, fully restores FP. There is a grave in Lothric that sees no visitors, a dark place where the rootless warriors rest. The Queen of Lothric alone cared to wish the poor souls good fortune. I've explored Lothric, what I feel is top to bottom. The high wall of Lothric, at least that area, and I feel like there's really got to be more there, and I'm sure that in that cathedral there is. So if we get stuck at any point, we're going to go see if she has any new dialogue for us, and if she doesn't, we're just going to try attacking her, because I did see a message there once that said try attacking. So, yeah, we shall see. Okay, so that umbral ash we gave her, it did give us gold pine resin, but there's limited quantities, so there's only three of the gold pine resins and 6 of the pine bundle, but she didn't have those previously.
Gracious, passing fine ash thou'st given. Let this ash bestow nourishment. I only hope these new wares content thee.
So she has a problem with the Dream Chaser's ashes, but not with excrement-covered ashes? So yeah, as I assumed, dung pie would be among the items we'd gain from this, but also stock dung pie. Dried fecal waste material, oh that looks disgusting, marked by a long plant stalk that was not properly digested. Throw behind it enemies to inflict toxin buildup, but also ups your own toxicity. Strictly speaking, this consists of different material than the dung pie, but waste is waste. No sense in splitting hairs. Oh man. Though the stench makes it difficult to carry on one's person, inflicting toxins on an enemy yields high damage over time. Perhaps some undead have fond memories of waste, or perhaps not. So was that all we got from that? Was just the dung pie, it looks like. Oh, from one of them we got the composite bow. Composite short bow, emphasizing power. Its size allows for quick shots. Though more powerful than standard bows, it also requires more strength of the user, and its range is short. Skill rapid fire swiftly knocks arrows with finesse after drawing the bow, allowing for consecutive shots. That's cool. Oh, wow. Yeah, we also picked up the Ring of Favor, so we'll go over that in a second. Helm of the Pitiable Embraced Knight depicts the affection of the goddess Fina. Adrift on a sea of isolation, only his faith in the love of his goddess remained true, and so the knight forsook all else. The face is crafted to depict the goddess's embrace, quite ignoring the fact that her love is in fact as fickle as the weather. Okay, and I believe we already had the Eastern stuff. Distinctive helm made in Eastern land. The exquisite craftsmanship and artistic design made these prize pieces in the collection of any nobleman. Offers excellent damage absorption, particularly from slashing attacks from katanas, which are commonly encountered threats in battles fought in the East. Something else I also noticed about Horus is that it says steel armor of Horus the Hushed, who took a liking to its cold, bulky insides. The original owner was said to be a corrupt executioner who was killed and stripped of his armor. Horus is one of only 2 children to escape Aldrich's clutches. So I think I finally understand. I asked in the episode where we last came across Horus why he was called Horus the Hushed. And the answer seems pretty obvious to me, and now, it didn't then, but it does now, and that is, Aldrich must have cut out his tongue, which is why he just sort of mumbled at us when we tried to talk to him earlier. So that makes sense. Okay, I'm assuming that she's just going to take on Grey Rat's stock?
Gracious, passing fine ash thou'st given. And awfully warm at that. Almost as if it had lived mere moments ago. Oh, forgive an old woman's idle prate. I'm sure an ashen one such as thee would never indulge such base contrivances.
Well, way to rub in the fact that we just lost Grey Rat. Okay, so we got another Divine Blessing, another Hidden Blessing. Yeah, some more Embers. We got Blooming Purple Moss Clump, which we didn't have before. Lightning Urns. Dragon Hunting Tool used by Lothric Knights. The Knights of Lothric have since tamed dragons, but were once hunters of dragons themselves. This explains their special hunting gear and why they worshipped the sun. Okay. Ooh, we got some Twinkling Titanite. I'm tempted to buy one of these, but we do need to save our souls for something else right now. Bunch of weapons too. Scholar's Candlestick. A candlestick covered in ivory scales once used by the scholars of the Great Archives, so the Duke's Archives, I'm assuming. This served as their guiding light, as well as a tool of self-restraint. Even today, wielders of this weapon benefit from the resulting sorcery strengthening properties. Lothric. So, Zweihander. Ultra Greatsword with a large, long blade, wielded with 2 hands, yet still requiring great strength due to its weight. Execute powerful attacks that take advantage of its weight or utilize its sharp blade in thrust attacks. Doesn't look like there's anything new here. Although I could be wrong. The leather set must have gotten that in stock either from the ashes or because we picked up the Black Bow of Ferris and Ferris's hat. So that's the rest of the set. Oh, we got a bunch of arrows now too.
Ashen One, be sure to bring more.
Yo, we just lost Grey Rat and you're just thinking about Soul still. Not nice, lady. So something else you also should have noticed from the introduction is that we came across Siegward. And this was something I noticed before, and so that was part of I explored pretty much all of the early areas of the game. I checked every nook and cranny, found a bunch of items, but I didn't include all of that in the intro because then the intro would have been like 30 minutes as opposed to the 8 minutes or whatever it actually was. But something I noticed even before we came across Siegward in that well is that Patches had his gear.
Oh, hello again. Welcome to Patch's Boutique of Wonders. Can't resist it, can you? My sumptuous selection.
And so I was going to talk about this in this episode anyway, because I looked at that and thought that maybe that meant he was dead. But nope. All it really says is that Patches somehow tricked Siegward into taking off his armor and then somehow knocked him in a well. Thereby, or therefore, and that's why he has his armor. So we're gonna buy, we could also buy the Zweihander, but I'm just gonna buy the stuff that Patches has, because presumably that's the stuff that was taken from him, because you can see that, yeah, there's actually quantity shown there. I do wonder though if you don't pass the armor, whether like his midsection will be visible or something, but I'm going to assume that you just need to pass the whole thing. So I still think it's amazing that he actually sells rubbish for 200 souls.
We're just a couple of outcasts. Let's make the best of it. Thanks, good compere.
Alright, so yeah, before we return to the Irithyll dungeon, we're gonna go give Siegward his armor. Although actually, before we do that, let's see what Ludleth has. Volnir's Holy Sword. A holy sword eroded by the abyss. When Volnir fell to the abyss, he was gripped by a fear of true darkness and pleaded to the gods for the first time. This holy sword, together with 3 armlets stripped from the corpses of clerics, gave him some semblance of comfort. And Greatsword of Judgment. This, in another item description for the Pontiff's guards, I believe, it said that they feared his Greatsword of Judgment. A ceremonial sword held in Pontiff Soliban's left hand, representing the judgment of the moon, but with magic far closer to sorcery than any existing lunar power. Its dark blue hues, deeper than the darkest moon, reflect Sorcerer Solivan's true nature. Profaned Greatsword, a ceremonial sword held in Pontiff Solivan's right hand, representing the profaned flame. Long ago, when Solivan was yet a young sorcerer, he discovered the profane capital, and an unfading flame below a distant tundra of Irithyll, and a burning ambition took root within him. An unfading flame below a distant tundra. Also, the Wolf Knight Greatsword is the sword of Artorias proper, and the Pharaon Greatsword, the one that the Abyss Watchers actually use, isn't actually. It looks like it's a variation on the Greatsword of Artorias. And it also has the dagger as well. Arstor Spear. So, Arstor of Kareem, I guess. So we already picked up the Darkmoon Longbow. And it says right there that Gwendolyn was gradually devoured by Aldrich. And yeah, I think that's it.
Ah, most illustrious lord.
Alright, some more item descriptions before we head out. Oh, we have a Sage's Coal too for Andre. Let's give that to him. But the white magic flame produced by this coal was given to the Undead Legion long ago by one of the Crystal Sage twins. Give to the blacksmith in the shrine to allow for the use of gems for crystal, blessed, and dark infusion. We also have the Sage's Scroll, but unfortunately we have no one to give it to. Scroll containing sorceries of the Crystal Sages. Give to a sorcerer to learn sorceries of the Sages. As any sorcerer knows, sorcery is a talent, and these sorceries were refined to nurture a very special talent. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different times the word sorceries is used there. Sorceries or sorcerer. A golden scroll chronicling the vast research of the Xanatos scholars. Give to a sorcerer to learn the arts of Ulasil. In the lost land of Ulasil, the sorceries orchestrated light and were said to shine in golden hues. So on that note, we also picked up, again, in the Faron Keep, in the swamp area, the Crown of Dusk. Feathered crown bestowed upon the Princess of Ulasil, land of ancient golden sorceries. Through the Guardian Elizabeth's blessing, this raises the power and effect of the wearer's magic, but damage suffered by magic attacks rises in tandem. The pyromancer we met is wearing this blindfold, which is very reminiscent of the one of the sets and what you see a lot of the NPCs wearing in Bloodborne. Attire of pyromancers of the Great Swamp, particularly favored by the old sages. The large blindfold blocks out unnecessary light, allowing one to observe a pyromancy's true essence. The flame reveals all and obscures all. Ferris's hat, broad-brimmed leather hat, traditionally used by master archers and especially favored by forest-dwelling hunters. The name Ferris is said to have once belonged to a hero, but is now more widely known as a style of hat. A black longbow named after a hero of old, known for the unusual stance from which it is fired. Has a longer range than standard bows, but successful usage requires a trained, dexterous hand. What else did we get? We got the Shield of the Pursuer, but it's now called the Cursed Ward Great Shield. Great Shield given to those who resisted the curse long ago. Far too heavy for an ordinary person, perhaps it signifies the foolishness of resisting the curse. And yet those who bear the weight of the shield will not find its protection against curses wanting. The Stone Parma, or the Stone Great Shield, a mossy stone disc, though terribly heavy. It can serve as a shield. The disc is a relic of ancient magic, and one can practically feel the power flowing through it. And Vendrick's shield, which is now called the Shield of Want. Shield of an ancient king who was cursed by an all-consuming thirst. In the end, he was no king. The residue of the king's lust still smolders within this shield, increasing the number of souls absorbed when enemies are defeated. So I wonder if maybe I'm not remembering Vendrick's storyline very well, or if this is a case of the game mechanics. So similar to how Artorias was portrayed in the game pre and post DLC. The thing that Miyazaki said about Artorias was that there's no contradiction, that the passage of time also leads to a sort of historical uncertainty, whereby, you know, it was actually the chosen undead that fought back the Abyss, but it came to be believed that it was Artorias, even though Artorias was more or less consumed by the Abyss. So I wonder if this is there's something similar happening here, whereby Vendrick, he resisted want by locking himself away in the undead crypt, separating himself from his soul and stashing his gear. And he went to the undead crypt and just sort of sat there until he went hollow. He resisted the want of Nashandra. But it seems that the passage of time has altered the prevailing historical narrative such that the want of Nashandra was actually attributed to Vendrick, even though Vendrick, in the end, it seems to me, pretty much, resisted all that. But I don't know. Antiquated dress sewn in a long-lost fashion. The elaborately embroidered, ivory-colored silk is imbued with ancient magic power. No protection is offered by this garment, as it was never intended for battle. So yeah, we got a bunch of stuff, but I think I've covered all the most important and most interesting ones. Aldrich Faithful, the holy symbol of the Cathedral of the Deep, and crest of those who would see beyond fire to the age of deep waters. Equipped to pledge oneself to the Aldrich Faithful Covenant. The faithful ensure that Aldrich, Devourer of Gods, remains undisturbed by taking the form of loyal spirits and hunting down those who would trespass the ruined cathedral. Alright, I'm pretty sure that's it, so let's go say hello to Siegward. I was hoping we could throw that down the well. I guess not.
I'm in quite a pickle indeed. Maybe I can fashion a replacement from I've got to use my head and think. Oh, my armor. My deepest gratitude. I, Siegward of Katarina, salute you. With my trusty suit of armor, I'll be out of here in a jiffy. Until we meet again, comrade.
I'm not sure how his armor is gonna help him get out of a well. Siegward, you want me to find a branch or something? Like, I see a bunch of sticks and branches I could hold down for you. Maybe you can climb up that.
No need to worry about me. With my trusty suit of armor, I'll be out of here in a jiffy. Until we meet again, my good friend.
Okay, if you say so. I guess we'll be seeing you later. It's pretty awesome. I thought that we completely flubbed his questline, but seems like we're still okay. Okay, we're back in the Irithil dungeon. And we don't want to go there. I was editing the footage for the previous episode in like the hour and a half prior to having started recording this one. I really should have ended that episode like half an hour earlier than I did because I was so tired. Oh, sorry, this is where we actually came in. Because yeah, that last like 20 minutes, really what happened more than anything else, what explains the fact that I was just sort of bumbling around in the area was truly how shaken I was by that uncanny valley residing creature in one of the cells, the one that just sort of looks at you creepily. That really, really got to me. I'm quite surprised and impressed with FromSoft by how deeply that disturbed me. And as I mentioned in the previous episode, I'm very much looking forward to hearing whether or not I was alone in that. I suspect that I was not. That max HP drain is really annoying. So yeah, I don't really remember what we've done here and what we haven't. So this should be interesting. Oh. So I don't quite understand what that smoke does. I'm assuming that's just their brand? Oh no. Stop it! Give me my max HP back, please. Unless it's these guys. I don't really know. There was about 5 minutes I cut out from the previous episode, from when I was in the room with the creepy guy there. Oh god, why? Why? And then I ran in the opposite direction, even though I should have just gone through the door. And so I cut out like 10 minutes of me running around, just basically being so discombobulated and confused because of that encounter. I don't like you guys and your soldering irons. Oh, fuck. God damn it. I don't like this place at all. Okay. So that color of mist in this game seems to correspond to poison. I learned that when I was exploring the Cathedral of the Deep again. Which, yeah, I looked all around. No, friend. No! I'm so glad they disappear and that they don't ragdoll because, yeah. Are we going somewhere that we would have access to with the shortcut? I wonder. I think we are. Still not used to looking out for those overhead attacks because they're so delayed. So I think we went in the wrong direction. I'm very confused by this area. I think we have the key for this. Yes, we do. Bellowing Dragon Crest ring. Is that for the footsteps? No. A special ring given to those who are deemed fit to undertake the journey of discovery in Vinheim, home of sorcery. Greatly boosts sorceries. Apropos to the dragon school, the seal depicts an everlasting dragon. A bellowing dragon symbolizes the true nature of the commensurate sorcerer. Or consummate sorcerer. And this one extends the length of spell effects. So yeah, let's look at that item description again. The window only leads to a bottomless black pit below, and above, a paltry view of the ruined profane capital. The very architecture appears to be a cruel joke the jailers played on would-be escapees. So what's that below us then, if the profane capital is supposed to be above us? Because I don't really see anything above us. So where the heck are we supposed to go from here then? This is the only spot I see, but it says no jumping off ahead. Gosh darn it. Okay, so that key really doesn't do anything to help you progress at all. I was really hoping that it did, but I guess I should have known better based on the item description. Alright, let's try and figure out... We need to figure out how to get to the lower floors. And I thought that dropping down there would be the key to that, but it doesn't appear as though it is. Yup. Not doing so well. Not doing so well. I think we might have to kill the giant. I think the giant might have the key. Ouch. That hurt. Come on, poison. I don't think he can be poisoned. Well, that's unfortunate. Seems that when he's sleeping, he takes less damage. We gotta rely on him to take out the rats. Or on our side swipes. That works too, I guess. We came in here before, did we? Yeah, that's where the mimic was. No idea how much HP we're taking off. That certainly hurt, though. I'm really not a fan of infinitely spawning enemies. And there seems to be a lot of that in this game. Although there's no more rats spawning, so maybe I was completely wrong about that. Titanite chunk and dung pie. So we didn't have to kill him. Well, I'm sorry, friend. And yeah, the rats don't seem to be spawning anymore. So maybe after you kill a certain number of them, whoops, they stop, but I think that should be made more clear. Oh! Hi, friend!
Pardon me, I was absorbed in thought. Oh, look at me, trapped like a rat. But you needn't worry. I've just been sitting here weighing my options. The moment has almost come. I just need a bit more time. My liberation requires a key. But the key is outside. A riddle for the ages.
A riddle for the ages.
My liberation.
Okay, where the heck are you? Is this the double cell that has 2 doors? No. Unfortunately, we can't fit in the little rat holes. We gotta figure out how the heck to get to them. I've just got to use my head. I don't know how to get to him. I don't see anywhere I could drop down. Boy, I've got myself in quite the pickle. How did we miss this yesterday? So this leads back into the room with all the guys. There's an item down here. Oh! Beautiful Titanite chunk. We need one more, I think, and we can upgrade our weapon to +7. Soul of a Crestfallen Knight. That's actually worth 10,000 souls. Oh, I remember. So last time we dropped down there and went after them. Unless we went there from somewhere else. Yeah, we went. I don't remember at all. I really shouldn't have been recording as much as I was in that previous episode, or as long as I did, I should say. Okay, so there's a hole there, but I don't think we can drop down, so... Might have missed something in the sewer place, so let's go check it out. Although that means we're going to be dealing with more rats and, basilisks. Unless we're supposed to drop down there. Nope. Gosh darn it. Oh. Don't worry, Siegward, we're coming. I just need to think. Yep. Yep, we found it. I can't believe I ran past that yesterday. Although... Oh my god. Although I say I can't believe I ran past there, but I actually can because of all the enemies that rushed us as soon as we walked into that sewer. Oh my god. Oh my god, there's so many of them. There are so many of them. Oh my god, no, 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 no. Oh, I don't like it, no. No, please get out of the doorway. Please get out of the doorway. Oh. Try gesture. What gesture would that be? I really hope we're coming up on a shortcut or something here. Are these enemies or are these just suits of armor? What gestures have we recently learned? Pretty sure that gesture was in Demon Souls. I don't know what gesture I can use here. Dragon Torso Stone. I saw my own shadow there and it scared me. Shortcut? We'll definitely have to go back and explore that area we just ran through, but... And grab that item halfway up the elevator. Okay, I know where we are. Oh, that was a bad spot to drop off on. Lightning Blade. So I guess that's the new Sunlight Blade? Interesting. I think we need to replenish our Estus before we proceed. So I decided that we would use the 10,000 souls we had on our person to buy 4 more embers. And look who's here. Hi, Cirrus? Was it Cirrus?
Hello again. I have since heard a great deal about you. For one, that you are most gentle of heart. I, too, am bound by duty, but can offer you my sign. I hear that cordial intrusion lays the path to embers. If I can be of help, by all means, do call upon me. Blessing of the moon upon your journey.
I knew she was a Blade of the Dark Moon. Awesome.
If you should require assistance, use my sign. Blessing of the moon upon your journey.
Okay, we're totally summoning her if we get the chance. There's so many gestures in this game, I love it. So I think that's similar to the gesture that you would do in front of Gwendolyn's fog gate to offer the ears, the token of the guilty. I can't remember what they were called.
Ah, well met. 'Tis good to see ye in good health. What needs smithing this day? Well, well. What's the undead legion doing with a coal such as this? I'd heard one of the crystal sages had sided with Farron's abyss watchers. I suppose it must be true. You should know, this coal is imbued with magic. First one I've ever seen. Hardly a surprise, is it? I've never been one for books or wise men.
Yeah, he's technically not lying. If you tried to give him the Magic Ember in Dark Souls 1, he would refuse it.
Lords, where did you happen upon this coal? This is much too dark. I see the abyss in it. Yet a smith I remain. I won't turn down a request. But forget not, your fight is for the flame and for your fellow kin, just like mine. A cursed fate this may be, but hope remains, does it not?
Certainly does. Well said. Very well said.
There are two ways.
All right.
Ow! Ashen One, be short.
Yeah, I'm on my way to do that right now. Okay, let's see if we can actually go the right way this time. Oh, I don't remember where the shortcut is. And now we're losing our HP. There it is. That is a really annoying mechanic. Dragon Torso Stone. Stone imbued with the power of the everlasting dragons, used in a secret rite by dragon worshippers. Gain the torso of a dragon and a dragon's roar, a transformation that is irreversible until death. From ancient times, the path of dragon worship was walked by warriors. It is said they envision Archdragon Peak in the depths of their meditation, and at times they even hear the distant sound of the great bell at the peak. That sounds like an area we'll be visiting later. Are you guys... No. So I'm assuming those are all dragon worshippers, perhaps? Still don't know what that means, try gesture. Perhaps we have to learn a dragon gesture and go back there? I don't know. Wow, there's so many of these guys in here. Oh, this is going to be a nightmare to deal with. So as I ought to have mentioned earlier on, I think I did, but this is probably not a good playthrough for you if you are lactose intolerant, because there's going to be plenty of cheese. Especially with enemies like this, whose mechanics I don't yet understand, but who have the potential to do an enormous amount of damage to us. Because if you have 5 or whatever of them, and they're all draining your HP bar is gone, like, really fast. Alright, now we wait. Alright, beautiful. Unfortunately, we still have to deal with all of the... Oh, there's a couple... Oh. We've already fought those giant rats. So the ones we fought on the way in here, but... Ooh, the Alva set. So Alva invaded us and died here? Oops. Ember, very nice. Large Titanite shard. Oh, I really don't want to go in that room. Oh, how are you still alive? I don't like it. Oh, and this one's chained up. That's actually kind of sad. Can I kill you through the... No. Oh my god. Not looking at your face. Not looking at your face, friend. And they have bindings on all their limbs. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please don't. Please don't hide under my bed at night. I know you're gonna do it anyway, but... I guess the bed's not as bad as the closet. You don't want these things hiding in your closet. Stop looking at me! I don't like it. I don't, of course, feel good about slaughtering them, but... Okay, there was nothing in here anyway. So I wonder if we're going to happen upon the cell containing a giant that was mentioned in that item description. The one for that one key we got. Another ember. What the? I imagine we are, but I was thinking maybe it's one of these guys. Champion. What the? How are you still alive? I was wondering where the steam was coming from. I thought it was emanating from the body that we just looted, but no, it was this guy. No, we didn't even hit you at all with the poison. Enjoy all that max HP you just stole from me, friend. Thankfully, those guys are not nearly as scary as when we first happened upon them. In Farron's Keep. Yeah, see, I don't know where to go with the pronunciation on that, because the correct pronunciation seems to be Farron, and yet Andre says Farron, and we hear Farron in the introduction as well. Xanatos ashes. Stop doing that! Dust Crown Ring. Leaf-colored crown ring bestowed upon the Princess of Ulasil, ancient land of golden sorceries. Reduces consumption of FP, but also lowers HP. Ulasil is synonymous for its lost sorceries, of which the Xanatos sorcerers are dedicated scholars. This crown ring is a rare artifact of great magic heritage. Umbral Ash of a sorcerer who explored the golden sorceries of a long-lost land. They were called Xanatos scholars, but some foolishly imitate them by simply dressing in yellow. Alright, where to now? That door was locked, I believe. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. We still have to find Siegward. Was this where he was locked? That must be the dark pyromancer we're looking for. Okay, cool. Now we gotta find... We have so many keys to find. There's so many locked doors in this place. I want to say that there's a bonfire over there. If I was more certain of that, I would... Large Soul of a Weary Warrior. I would have made a run for the bonfire and then grabbed the item, but it looks like it's okay anyway. Oh, I'm so excited to explore whatever that place is. The Profaned Capital. Whoa! Whoa! Okay. Hi, friend. Oh, crud. It's a one-way drop. Bonfire. Did I just run by the bonfire? Maybe it's not a one-way drop. Okay, he's chilling now. I did not run by the bonfire. We gotta figure out how to get up there, though, because there's a shiny. I see another ladder out there, so that's probably how we get up there. And a ladder here. Summon signs. Is the bonfire over here? I can't tell. Let's go up the ladder. Beautiful. Stretch out and on. Undead bone shard. Alright, let's burn this. It's very interesting that, yeah, we're already up to +7 with our bonfire, our Estus flask. +7 was the max in Dark Souls 1. So I do wonder if this time it allows you to go all the way up to +10. Okay, I think we have... So this, the Pyromancer guy says he won't take that. Sage's Scroll and Golden... Oh, but that's sorceries. I thought we had something for, Irina. But I guess not.
Ow! Gracious, passing fine ash thou'st given. Let this ash bestow nourishment. I only hope these...
I'm sure they're great. Let's see what we got. Nothing really... Spells, presumably? Oh, we got the Xanatos, the rest of the Xanatos set, we already got the crown. Okay.
Ashen one.
Yes, I will. Alright, well that is going to do it for this episode.
Welcome home, must be. Farewell, Ashen One. May the flames guide thee.
So thank you all very much for joining me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.